And we have breaking inputs that are just coming in. Indian Air Force Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh has reiterated that the armed forces destroyed 5 Pakistani jets during Operation Sindoor. In his remarks at the 93rd Air Force Day celebrations, he said that India destroyed 5 Pakistani fighter jets of F-16 and JF-17 class. The statement comes just days after Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif presented a distorted account of the operation in his UNGA speech. He had said that Indian forces struck a large number of Pakistan's airfields and installations. Because of these strikes, radars at least 4 places, command and control centers at 2 places, runways at 2 places, and then 3 and this in 3 different stations were damaged during Operation Sindoor. Listen in to what the Marshal had to say just a short while ago.
Pakistan losses are concerned, I think it was very clear, it was clearly spelled out in the initial debriefs also, that we have struck a large number of their airfields, and we struck a large number of their installations, and what we have gathered from whatever end reports we have got is that on ground, because of our strikes, there have been radars at least 4 places, command and control centers at 2 places, runway, of course, damaged at 2 places. Then 3 of their hangars in 3 different stations have been damaged. And in that hangar, as well as on tarmac, we have signs of one C-130 class of aircraft, one AEW&C class of aircraft, and at least 4 to 5 fighter aircraft, most likely F-16, because that base happened to be F-16, which would have been under maintenance that time. Along with that, one SAM system, which has been destroyed. And so these are the strikes that, the destruction that has taken place on ground by our strikes.
And to take us through the detailed statement, my colleague Siddhant joins us on the broadcast. Siddhant, we just heard from the Indian Air Chief Marshal. Once again, if you can put this in context, how the statement puts in context the statements, the distorted facts that were presented by the Pakistan Prime Minister, essentially fact-checking Pakistan over its claims as far as Operation Sindoor is concerned.
Well, significant remarks by the Indian Air Force Chief. Just a short while ago, the press conference happened. Now, this is the annual press conference of the Indian Air Force. And there were, of course, questions expected on the losses as well. Because remember, this is the first press conference. In fact, the first such press conference since India's Operation Sindoor. The press conference started with a video presentation where, of course, India's Operation Sindoor and the Indian Air Force's role was showcased as well. In a big revelation, I would say, the Indian Air Force Chief has said that India was able to destroy around 12 aircrafts of the Pakistani Air Force, of which approximately 9 to 10 were fighter jets. Approximately 5 fighter jets, these were F-16s, were destroyed on the ground where they were undergoing maintenance, and there were approximately 5 to 4 fighter jets in the air. These were F-16s or JF-17s which were destroyed. Now, this is the latest and a new update, I would say, in terms of the losses, the Pakistani losses, because the Pakistanis have been claiming their own version. And of course, this narrative, they have been spreading across the world. We have seen the US president also saying that 7 fighter jets were down, but he hasn't mentioned any country in his remarks so far. But clearly a new revelation, and that clearly shows how India was able to dominate over Pakistan. We have seen satellite images, something that has been missing from the Pakistani side, because they have been claiming losses on the Indian side but haven't been able to provide any satellite images. But India has been able to provide satellite images of the kill India was able to do in Pakistan and inside Pakistan occupied Kashmir, taking strikes on terror camps. But we know that India had to do a counter strike when Pakistan launched an attack attack on India. But clearly this is an information that, of course, the enemy, that is Pakistan, will be taking note of, given the fact that how Operation Sindoor's fallout is something that is being closely watched in terms of the military planning for the future. And as the Indian Air Force Chief said, that the future wars will be very different and we need to be prepared for that.
Right, Siddhant, thank you for taking us through the detailed statement by the Indian Air Force Chief.